Just about ready to roll. Today's starting pitcher, Dustin May. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trust it, and really go after hitters, not nibble. Trust that his stuff can have late life and miss barrels of bats.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike one. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
No ball, 2 strikes.
May delivers. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Strike him out.
The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the 0-2. That one just misses. May comes set. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. On the ground to the left. And that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now James Wood. Just off the inside edge. May fires. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Check swing. Went around. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
No outs. Runner on second. Just misses with that one.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Laced down the line. This looks like extra bases. Headed for the plate. He scores and they have the lead.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now it's Luis Garcia. Ball 1, no strikes.
That's a ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
And
Ball,
another
that's off the
ball.
plate.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
Wood leads off second with nobody out. And ball
Nope.
4, 2
Ball
aboard.
4.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
First and second, no outs. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. Swinging a foul out of play.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
And that one upstairs, ball 1. Kicks and fires. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 2.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
And there's a strike on the outside corner.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched him.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 1 away. Now the third baseman, Brady House. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Tap foul at the plate. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And that one almost hit him.
2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Josh Bell at the plate now. And that one is lifted in the air. Conforto on the move. He makes the grab, and that is that. 1 for the Nationals on this RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and getting to start, Jake Irvin. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win, and I expect to see that from him in this one today.
And he deals. Kike Hernandez leading things off and takes a strike. That one fouled hard the other way. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Here's Betts. And that is out of play. Runner at first with no outs here.
Let's go now. Base hit here.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. And it gets by him.
Back-to-back singles. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here is Freddie Freeman.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
First pitch misses.
Ball one, no strike. Ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2-0 to count. Here it comes.
3 balls, no strike.
And they're all loaded up.
Ball 4.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Bases loaded, nobody out. The batter now will be Will Smith. Just missed. Bases loaded, nobody out. Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. 1 run's in. Now the second run is in. It's 2-1.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And now Teoscar Hernandez. There's your strike. 95 of that one. Yeah, that's fouled off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Line drive. He brings it down. Nice play. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. Finding themselves down a run early, they'd like to punch back here with a run of their own.
Absolutely, Boog, but I don't expect them to change their approach because of that run. They still want to put together strong at-bats. Be patient out there and get a feel for this starting pitcher.
Max Muncy at the dish.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
That's in there. That's strike one.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
In the dirt. Swing and a miss. That is strike two.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
Hit on the ground might be two. Over to second for one. And that's two. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Nats 1. New inning getting started. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Dalen Lyle. May back to work. And a foul ball.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some boog, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally, we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And now it's Keibert Ruiz.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Under the Mendoza line so far this month.
That's a ball.
And that one a little below the knees. 1-0. And there's a ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Line to left. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Coming home. He'll score.
Well done. Drives in the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jacob Young, the next to hit. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was late.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So the Nats lineup turns over. Here's C.J. Abrams now. Doubled his first time up. This one smacked out to left center. And that's a base hit. And the go-ahead run stops at third base.
Well, that's a smart decision to hold up with 1 out and the heart of the order coming up. Don't want to run into an out at home plate.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. James Wood digging in for the Nationals. Doubled his first time. That's inside. And that is ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Two on, 1 out. There's a strike. That's inside.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Runner on the go. Fought off foul. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. Got him. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big two-out at bat coming up now.
Luis Garcia will hit next. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. And that one fouled off. This one in the air right field. Hernandez ranging after it. He's got it. And that's the third out. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. Bottom half of inning number 2. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And one pitch into the inning, it's a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Michael Conforto digs in now. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Just missed.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out. And here comes Tommy Edman. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Pajes, the runner at second with 1 away. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. The 2-run shot is 11th of the year, and the Dodgers have the lead. It's 4-2. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
And Kike Hernandez at the plate. And that's downstairs. Ball 1. One out, bases empty. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Abrams hauls it in for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, shortstop,
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. Singled and scored his first time. And that's in for a strike. Two out, space is empty. Next offering is fouled back. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now 4-2. Back after this on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine, on to the 3rd inning. Now at the plate, Nathaniel Lowe. Lowe, in his 5th season, batting in the cleanup spot, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That one inside, ball 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
The 1-0. Fastball for a strike. In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the 3rd baseman, Brady House. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. There's a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. He's 0 for 1. And that drops in for a strike. That missed by a lot. 1-1. And that's down and away. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Got him swinging.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire at bat until that put-away pitch, and it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter. You're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden a pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
And stepping in is the speedy Dalen Lyle. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1.
Man on second, 2 down. Right through there for a strike. Pitch misses. Now 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That misses the zone. 2-2. Low at second with 2 down. He goes down looking. So 1 hit is all they get. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Nationals 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Next to the dish is Freddie. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
Top of the zone for a called strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Backed off the plate that time. Upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, the catcher, Will Smith.
Tough game for him so far, Boog. Another hit, and they've just been knocking him around through the first 2 plus. He's got to get things back on track. Maybe junk a pitch that isn't working, or he might not last much longer.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. He drove in 2 with a single his first time up. That one the other way and makes the grab. 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 1. And ball 1. Just missed.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You got to work the edges. Really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
That one misses. 3 balls, no strikes. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Third baseman, Max.
And now it's Max Muncy. 0 for 1 so far. And that one fouled off. Way out front for strike 2. Action in the pen down there. Mitchell Parker looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Number 48 warming up as well. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Ball 1 there.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
And that is a good eye on a pitch down low, 2-2. Runners at first and second with one gone here in the last half of the third. And that just misses.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. Into the bullpen and gone. Home run number 10 on the year. It's 7-2. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
It appears Dave Martinez is ready to dive into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Jake Irvin departs, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. On to pitch now for the Nationals, Mitchell Parker.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Base is empty, one away. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. That one's upstairs, ball one. That one ripped, but foul. Still only one out here in the inning. Next pitch is downstairs.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Now this is in the air down the line. Wood on his way over. And it's caught for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Conforto, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Counts 1-0.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Big 3-run shot for the Dodgers. It's 7-2. You're dialed into the show. Start of the fourth, and here is Keibert Ruiz. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball 1. 1-1.
one missed. Now it's 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
The other way, fair ball. The throw to third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. There's a strike. This one high in the air to left center. Conforto snags it. Runners tagging from second and third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score. It's 7-3.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Yeah, the batter now, James Wood. And it's fouled away. And that one lifted in the air center field. Pajes settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags for home. He's in to score on the sac fly. It's 7-4.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Here's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Over to first. That ends the frame. So 2 runs in the inning. Only 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Nationals 4. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And now, Tommy Edman. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And that's a strike. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Ground ball right side. Handles, throws to first, and they get Edman for the out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Kike Hernandez.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Kike Hernandez. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. And that misses. And that's ball 1. And that skips into dirt. Foul ball. Two and one now.
That's ball 3.
Foul ball there. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. One down, base is empty. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, having such a tough time putting him away. 6 foul balls in a row. Man, what a battle.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3 and 2. And there's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Man at first. Here's Mookie Betts. 1 for 2. And Mookie takes.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Man at first, 1 away. Swinging a foul straight back. And now 1 and 2.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Sets him down looking. Fastball at the letters, froze him for strike 3.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Two outs. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
One ball.
This one in the dirt. And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game. One left for L.A. They hold a 7-4 lead. And we're back. Digging in, Nathaniel Lowe. May back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Activity in the bullpen. Shohei Ohtani looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Trevino also throwing. Fouled off left side. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Hernandez sizes this one up, brings it in. And there's one away.
Now batting third baseman Brady House.
Brady House digging in for the Nationals. 0 for 2 in this one. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. One down, base is empty.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And there's a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Here's Josh Bell. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. In the air, left field. Conforto sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. And that'll do it. Now on the mound for the Nationals, Trevor Williams.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Will Smith to the plate. In the air, out towards right center. Young flying after this one. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. And a quick out, number 1.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Hernandez, the next to hit, takes outside. He swings and fouls one off. In there at the knees.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And delivers
2 balls,
outside.
2 strikes.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 3-2. Stays alive.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
Runner on at first with one gone. Muncy digs in. He's already homered here in this one. Williams picks to first. Hernandez back in on a dive. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball one.
That one called just inside, I think. And on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though. But he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Tap foul at the plate. Outside low. Ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And the sweeper misses. Hernandez, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Check swing, called strike.
3-2.
Got him looking for the strikeout. That's the first sinker we've seen today, and it was effective. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And that will drop foul. And that's downstairs and outside. Fastball in for a strike. And a count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Shohei Ohtani.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
So digging in, Dalen Lyle.
51.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Anthony Banda looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Yates, the right-hander, also getting loose. Swinging a foul straight back. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting catcher,
Here's the catcher, Keibert Ruiz. Ruiz measures 6 feet even, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0. And there's a
That's
ball.
2. 2-0.
Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss.
2-2 the count.
That one misses, and now it's filled up 3-2. And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty. Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Trying to bunt his way on. Bare hand grab, and they get the out. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Nationals 4. Back here in L.A., John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Michael Conforto. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way. Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Here's the 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one not close. And the count is 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. That one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Swing and a foul out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. To third. Nice grab from his backside. And that's a nice play to end the inning.
Well, that right there was all pre-pitch positioning. Put himself in the perfect spot to make a great play.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Anthony Banda.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
And now the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. The Nats in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
First pitch misses.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Next offering is in for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. And it is out of here. A solo shot. That's his third home run of the series. And they're chipping away. It's 7-5.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
James Wood now at the plate. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
So up next, Luis Garcia.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Hitting the air out to center field. Pajes on his way in. He's got it, and there's two down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. 1 for 3. That one way inside. And he grounds one to the right side. And it goes just foul. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the top half of inning number 7. And it is 2-1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that's a fair ball.
Well, he didn't get much of that one, but it's going to look like a line drive in the box score tomorrow. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Anthony Banda won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. New pitcher coming on, the veteran, Kirby Yates.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So, man aboard, Brady House getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Yeah, that's fouled off. The tying run at the plate. The rope into right, and that's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Josh Bell digging in for the Nationals. 0 for 3 in this one. That one outside. Ball one. Late on that fastball.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Low over at second. House at first. 2 out of the inning. Next offering misses down and away.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run, and it's 7-5. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Ludus.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's Mookie now.
Shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, the first baseman, Freddie.
There's Freddie Freeman now. That clips the corner.
Nope.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Mookie on the move. That one fouled off. 2-2. Nobody out. Runner at first. Grounder might be 2. To second, there's 1. Relay to first. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And here's the catcher, Will Smith. Slice down the right side. Two down, nobody on. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He flexes his power with that swing. His second home run of the series. It's 8-5. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 away with nobody on. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. In the air, right field. Lyle gets under it, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Dodgers add 1 to their lead on the solo homer. It's now an 8-5 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Alex Vesia.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
Now it's the right fielder, Dalen Lyle.
Right fielder, number 51.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
So 2 balls and no strikes.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. High fly ball, right field. Hernandez ranging after it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, catcher,
Keibert Ruiz digging in for the Nationals. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. That one pushed foul. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
He was all over that one. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. Really important at bat coming up now.
Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. That is upstairs for ball 1.
1-0.
One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that is out of play. Man at second. And that one is downstairs. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Outside.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
upstairs, and that is ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
C.J. Abrams, the next to hit.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
On the ground, Edman. 1 at second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Alex Vesia done for the afternoon. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So they turn to their closer, Tanner Scott.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pen in terms of the matchup.
James Wood digging in for the Nationals. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Ruiz on third. Abrams on at first with 2 down. Next pitch in for a strike. And now it's even 1-1. Tying run at the plate. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Goes down looking.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Bottom of the 8th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy. Ludis back to work. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count even 1-1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
That's ball 2. 2-1.
Just missed. High fly ball out to center field. Young on the move. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Andy Pajes.
And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pajes. Up and in, 1-0. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Ground ball up the middle, and that one handled. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder, Michael.
2 down, base is empty. Michael Conforto will climb in. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That misses,
Ball 1, no strike.
and that's ball 1. Just missed.
2-0.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. And he walked him on 4 pitches.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
And that one fouled off. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Makes a nice running catch. And that is that. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Through 8 full, it's the Dodgers 8 and the Nationals 5. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. Scott, a 6-foot lefty, 30 years old now, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2014. There's a strike.
0-1.
In the air, out towards left center. He's got it, and there's one down. And now Nathaniel Lowe. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
And now 2-1. The Dodgers trying to close out a 3-run lead here at the top of the 9th. Just off the outside edge, and now 3-1. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Pages pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. So they're down to their final out. Brady House digging in for the Nationals. And first offering is fouled off. That one way inside.
Ball, that's just out.
One strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a total team effort, using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton, the next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
And this one ends with the score 8-5. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.